Imagine this. You finally got her attention, the girl who makes your heart race and your palms sweat. But then you unknowingly do that one thing, and just like that, the connection fizzles out. Terrifying, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into 7 things you should never do around a girl you like. And trust me, you're probably doing at least one of them without even realizing it. Subscribe to the channel, it's free. By the way, have you ever wondered why your dog gets more affection from her than you do? Don't worry, we'll get to that. Number 1, don't be overly agreeable. It feels intuitive, doesn't it? Agreeing with everything she says, thinking it'll make her like you more. But here's the twist. Psychologically, it comes off as insincere or even desperate. Women are drawn to confidence and individuality, not someone who seems to have no backbone. Picture this. She asks if pineapple belongs on pizza. You hate it, but you say, yeah, totally love it. She can sense that hesitation, and boom, trust starts slipping away. Instead, embrace your differences. Disagree respectfully, it sparks intrigue and shows you've got a mind of your own. Don't shy away from sharing your own thoughts, even if they differ from hers. Agree when you genuinely share her views, but don't force it. A mix of alignment and respectful disagreement creates a natural dynamic. For example, you love pineapple on pizza? I'm starting to think you might be a culinary rebel. Should I be worried about your other food opinions? Humor keeps the tone light and enjoyable, even when you disagree. By showing your true preferences and beliefs, you present yourself as authentic, confident, and worth getting to know. Women appreciate men who are honest and secure in themselves, even if that means having differing opinions. And speaking of minds, what's the one mindset mistake that can ruin your chances completely? Keep watching. Number 2, don't talk about other women excessively. Here's a killer mistake: mentioning other women too often. Whether it's your ex, your female coworker, or the barista who remembered your order, constantly bringing them up triggers insecurity. For example, you're at dinner and the girl you like asks about your weekend. Oh, it was fun. I went to a concert with Sarah. She's got such great taste in music. Oh, and you should see how funny her TikToks are. They're hilarious. Internally, she's thinking, who's Sarah? Why is he raving about her? Is he interested in her? Here you've unintentionally drawn attention away from your connection and toward another woman, leaving her to wonder about Sarah's role in your life. Instead of highlighting stories involving other women, steer the conversation toward shared experiences or interests you can explore together. For example, instead of saying, my coworker Emily made the best cookies at work yesterday, say, I tried these amazing cookies yesterday. We should find a bakery that makes something similar. While mentioning other women occasionally is natural, making them a frequent topic can lead to misunderstanding and damage your chances of building a genuine connection. Instead, focus on the girl in front of you. It's like saying, hey, here's a PowerPoint presentation on why I'm not over my ex, slide 1. Not a good look. And while talking too much about other women is a problem, talking too much in general is another beast entirely. Let's explore that. Number 3, don't dominate the conversation. Psychologically speaking, everyone loves to feel heard, women especially. If you're dominating the conversation, you might be accidentally sending the message, my thoughts are more important than yours. Imagine you're on a first date. She shares a childhood memory and you cut her off with going, oh, that reminds me of the time She's smiling politely, but deep down, she's tuning out. Psychologically, listening is one of the quickest ways to build rapport. When you dominate the conversation, it denies her the chance to share her thoughts and feel connected. Encourage her to share her thoughts and feelings. For example, what's something you're really passionate about? Show genuine interest by nodding, maintaining eye contact, and responding thoughtfully to what she says. Aim to speak and listen equally, ensuring the conversation feels balanced. But here's the catch. Not talking enough is just as bad. So how do you strike the perfect balance? We'll get there. Number 4, don't complain excessively. Excessive complaining refers to habitually focusing on the negative aspects of life, whether it's your job, the weather, or your neighbor's barking dog. While occasional venting is human, constantly complaining creates a negative atmosphere and can make you seem pessimistic or difficult to please. Women are naturally drawn to positive, emotionally stable men. If you're always airing grievances, it can make her question whether you're someone who brings joy or stress into her life. Emotions are infectious. Constant negativity can make her associate you with stress and unhappiness, which are unattractive qualities. For example, she said, "How was your day?" You said it was awful. "My boss was so annoying. Traffic was a nightmare, and I didn't even get time to eat lunch. Honestly, it feels like nothing ever goes my way." Internally, she's thinking, is he always this negative? This feels exhausting. Highlight what went well even in challenging situations. For example, instead of "work was so stressful today," say, "Work was busy, but I learned a lot from the challenges." Think of it this way. She's not your therapist and your bad isn't Netflix's latest drama series. But if complaints are bad, overcompensating with nonstop jokes can backfire too. Here's why. Number 5. Don't try too hard to be funny. Humor is one of the most attractive qualities in a person, but there's a fine line between being naturally funny and trying too hard to make someone laugh. When you force jokes or try to be overly comedic, it can come across as insecure, awkward, or even disingenuous. Instead of connecting with her, you might unintentionally create an atmosphere where she feels secondhand embarrassment or struggles to take you seriously. For example, she say, "I love coffee. It's my go-to morning drink." You say, "Oh, coffee? That's so basic. I bet your spirit animal is a Starbucks barista." Wait, let me guess, you're a pumpkin spice latte girl, right? Internally, she's thinking, why is he turning this into a joke? I was just making a casual comment. Here, you forced humor into a casual conversation, potentially making her feel judged or uncomfortable. Instead of aiming to be a comedian, focus on being genuinely engaged in the conversation. Humor will flow naturally when you're relaxed. Point out funny or ironic things about the situation you're both in, rather than relying on rehearsed jokes. For example, "This coffee shop playlist feels like it's auditioning for a romantic comedy soundtrack. Remember that one guy in high school who made cringy jokes every 5 seconds? Don't be that guy." But what if I told you the most attractive thing you can do requires zero effort at all? Stick around for point 7 to find out. Number 6. Don't neglect personal grooming. Here's a no-brainer that too many guys overlook: personal grooming. Science shows women are wired to notice the smallest details. Yes, even your nails. Seriously, if your beard looks like a bird's nest, she might start wondering if there's an actual bird in there. If you don't take the time to present yourself well, it can suggest that you're not putting effort into the interaction, or that you don't care about how others perceive you. You show up for a casual coffee date wearing wrinkled clothes with messy hair and without putting much thought into your hygiene. Internally, she's thinking, he seems nice, but it feels like he didn't put any effort into meeting me. Even if your personality shines later, her initial impression may affect how she perceives the rest of the interaction. Set aside time daily for basic grooming, showering, skincare, and dressing appropriately. But while grooming is critical, what you don't do emotionally can be even more powerful. Number 7. Don't hide your true intentions. Finally, the golden rule: don't be afraid to show your true feelings. Playing it too cool or pretending not to care creates confusion and kills momentum. Psychologically, women appreciate clarity. It builds trust and eliminates mind games. Think of it this way: if she's worth your time, she's worth your honesty. And if she doesn't appreciate it, she's not the one. But what do women really value even more than money? You'll be surprised by the answer, and we've got an entire video on it waiting for you. Now you know what not to do, but do you know what women secretly crave more than money? Click on the video right here to uncover the 3 things that can completely change the game. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support helps YouTube recommend this content to more. Men who need to hear this message.